of the world looks out, we look in. Come as you are.
Hi everyone, my name is Kalie. I'm with Get Hot Yoga, and this is going to be about a 45-minute fusion class. So we're going to mix a little Vinyasa with our Hatha series. Hope you guys have fun. Here we go. We're going to start on our backs, lying in Shavasana. Toes toward the front of your room and the head toward the back. Starting here, just really connecting to our breath. As you inhale, feel the belly rise, and exhale, the belly falls. Not worrying about any to-do lists you have for the day or anything that you walked into the room with, just letting everything go. Just take another deep breath, inhale through the nose, and just let go. This time, a deep breath, inhale, bring the right knee toward the right shoulder. A 10-finger grip 2 inches below the knee, pulls the knee deeply toward the shoulder, avoiding the rib cage, taking the knee outside the center line of the body. Another deep breath, inhale, pull tight, and stay or supine twist, guiding the knee across the body. The right arm could go to a T. You could gaze right, gaze toward the ceiling, or softly close the eyes. Gently opening the body before we get to our more rigorous postures. Taking the knee back to center, give it a little tug, and we'll release that leg long. Switching it out, left knee pulls in toward the shoulder. Again, that 10-finger grip 2 inches below the knee, pulling it toward the shoulder. Feel your compression here in this left hip. As you inhale, stay or supine twist on your exhale. This time, left arm could go to a T, gazing left or at the ceiling. You could also tuck the left big toe behind the right knee so the knee's not hanging out in space. And we'll bring the knee back in toward the center, give it a tug, and we'll release that leg long. This time, both knees pull in toward the chest, grabbing opposite elbows, wrists, or fingertips, whatever you can grab a hold of, and really pull them down toward the chest, keeping the spine long on the mat. From here, we'll take a few rock and rolls lengthwise on the mat, front to back, maybe 2 or 3 rock and rolls, gaining enough momentum to meet us in tabletop. Shoulders stacked over wrists and hips directly over the knees. Taking a moment here, getting strong and firm in our tabletop, the 10 fingers spread wide, puffing up the space between the shoulder blades. From here, we'll take cat-cow. Inhale, cow pose, belly drops, gaze lifts. As you exhale, press the mat away, round the spine. Inhale, cow. Finding length across the collarbones. And exhale, cat. Really press the mat away, drop the neck. Take this a few more times on your own breath cycle. Really trying to connect your breath with movement. You could also take this bigger, making bigger hip circles, taking the hips left to right. Your choice, just doing what feels good in your body to warm up for the practice. And once you've reached your final breath cycle, we'll meet back in our strong tabletop. This time, inhale the right arm high up to the sky, twist open. Thread the needle, right arm under the left, right ear or forehead hitting the mat. You could crawl the left fingertips forward, straightening the left arm. Feeling the length in the right arm, opening up the shoulder. And we'll crawl our left fingertips back. Inhale, right arm high up to the sky, open. And place the right arm down, tabletop. Switching that out, left arm high up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm under right. And crawling the right fingertips forward, you can straighten the right arm. Each inhale, finding length. And as you exhale, go deeper. Crawling the right fingertips back. Inhale the left arm high up to the sky. And we'll place it on the mat, tabletop. From here, we'll press back to a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes to touch, and crawl the fingertips forward on your mat. You can take a moment here, rock the forehead side to side. And we'll begin to activate our child's pose. So again, crawl the fingertips forward, elbows lift off the mat. As you exhale, press the palms firmly into the mat as elbows stay lifted, pressing the hips further back to the heels. And we'll tuck toes, lift hips, coming to downward facing dog. Take a moment, maybe pedal out your dog, moving the heels left to right, right to left. And taking a second here to align our down dog. So our hands are shoulder width distance, pinkies to the outer edge of the mat. And we're pressing down into the mat with our 10 fingers spread wide, pressing firmly into each knuckle. From here, let's slightly bend the knees. Lift the tailbone high up to the sky as you press the chest back to the thighs. You can always stay with knees bent or release the heels back to the mat, lengthening the legs. Let's take a collective breath here. Inhale through the nose. Seal the lips, Ujjayi breath out the nose. One more inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands back to feet. Hands go back to feet, landing in ragdoll. Figure hips width distance, 2 fists between. Bend the knees a lot. Let the chest drape over the thighs. You could grab opposite elbows. You could also rest the hands on a block or the mat. Let the neck hang heavy. You could shake it out, nodding yes, and shaking no. And one more time for yes. We'll release our hands, toe heel the feet to touch, and slowly on the inhale, roll to stand, one vertebra at a time. The neck is the last to reach the top. Once you reach the top, shoulders come up, back, and down. And taking a moment to stand firm in our Tadasana mountain pose. The weight is in the heels. Lift the kneecaps to engage the quads. The tailbone tucks down to the ground, and our chest is proud, shoulders back. Circle sweep, a big breath. Hands come heart center. And one more just like that. Circle sweep. Landing at heart center. Taking a moment, setting an intention for our practice. An intention could be a mindset you'd like to leave with, could be an I am statement. Today I'll offer I am enough. Choose an intention that speaks to you, one that can guide you through your practice and through the rest of your day or evening. Once you have your intention, we'll seal it with our breath, connecting our community. Thumbs to forehead, circle sweep, a big breath, inhale. And all the way down to the mat, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, palms to shins, knees could be bent or straight, and forward fold. 2 more, halfway lift, and fold. Last one, halfway lift, roll the weight to the balls of the feet and ears away from shoulders. Plant the hands, walk it out to high push-up. Shoulders stacked over wrists, and the feet strong like you're standing on the back wall. You could always have the knees bent for modification here. Take an inhale and stay for the exhale. Core strong, belly to spine. Kind of puff up the space between the shoulder blades and really press down into the mat. Hold here for 3. Hold for 2. And we'll shift forward with elbows going straight back, lower all the way to the mat. Chin, chest, belly hit the mat. Tops of the feet glued to the mat. Zip the legs together. Hands walk back by the low ribs. Elbows come towards center line body. Nose hits the mat. Exhale your air. Inhale, chest lifts, cobra pose. And exhale, release. Inhale, cobra. And release. Last time, cobra pose. Chest lifts, little to no weight in the hands. And press through the knees to downward facing dog. Take a moment, pedal it out. There's one version of our chaturanga. Feel free to take that anytime I call a flow. Or we will work on our next version of chaturanga. So we'll ripple forward to a high push-up. Shoulders stacked over wrists. Feet strong like you're standing on the back wall and the tailbones tucked down toward the back of the room. The booty's in line with the back. And we'll take 3 chaturanga push-ups. So we'll lower halfway down, elbows go tight into the body, and press, push up, high plank. Number 2, lower halfway down, elbows tight and hold, and press up. Last one, halfway down, hold, swoop upward facing dog or cobra, and lift hips, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Take a breath cycle here, and exhale. We'll flow our sun salutation A. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Circle sweep, big breath, maybe a baby back bend, and take it all the way down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, take your flow, high push-up, through low push-up, or all the way down, cobra or up dog, and lift hips, downward facing dog. Take a collective breath, inhale through the nose, and exhale, Ujjayi breath out the nose. One more sun salutation A to warm up. Bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop, top of mat. Halfway lift, fold forward. Circle sweep, big breath, fill the lungs, and all the way down to the mat, Uttanasana. Halfway lifts, Ardha. Plant the hands, Chaturanga Dandasana. Take your flow. Maybe that means skipping it, adding push-ups. Make it your practice. Always meeting in a downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale, right leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe take small ankle circles, wiggle the toes. And then lengthen out the leg. Bring right knee, right elbow, shift forward, pause. Inhale, bring it high. Right knee, left elbow, cross the body. Inhale, bring it high. Knee to nose, round the spine, plant foot, warrior 1 on your inhale. Taking a moment to get strong in your warrior, knees over ankle. Try not to grip the mat with your toes, maybe wiggle them. Then open to warrior 2, heel to arch alignment in the feet, arms are strong. Breathe here, take an inhale, flip the palms. And we'll take side angle or hatha triangle, right elbow, right knee. Really reaching to the sky with the top arm and to the ground with the bottom. Breathe here. And we'll bring it back to warrior 2. Reach forward, reverse. Cartwheel the hands down, take a flow. Maybe your right leg stays lifted. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Doing that same thing on the other side. So inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. Wiggle the toes, maybe take those ankle circles. Then we'll lengthen the leg, left knee, left shoulder. Pause and bring it back up. Then we'll take it across the body to the right and inhale, rise. Then knee to nose, round spine, plant the foot, warrior 1, inhale, rise. And opening to warrior 2, strong arms, really reach from the front to back of room. The knee goes open toward the pinky toe. Inhale, flip palms, take it down, side angle. You could always use a block under the hand. Really reach top of room and bottom. Then we'll take it back, warrior 2. Reach forward, reverse. Cartwheel the hands down, take your flow. Again, adding, taking away, meeting in downward facing dog. Let's take a collective inhale through the nose. Stay, press chest to thighs, exhale. Inhale, bend knees, gaze forward, step or hop, top of mat. Halfway lift, fold forward. Circle sweep, big breath. and all the way down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, plant the hands, just step back, high push-up, hold here. Again, puff up that space between the shoulder blades, and right side plank, Vashisthasana, right hand is your base. You could go blade edges of feet or right knee down. Reach high to the sky, lift the hips, then come back around, high push-up, find stability, then roll it over, left side. Take the knee for your modification. Reach high, hips go high, then arm down, high push-up, hold here. Coming down to forearm plank, forearms number 11, gazing between the arms. Getting, again, the booty down in line with the back. Hold here for 3. Hold for 2. And go back up to the hands, high push-up, lifting hips, downward facing dog. Let's take a collective inhale through the nose and exhale, let go. Inhale, the right leg lifts. Right knee, right elbow, shift forward, pause. Inhale, bring it high. Right knee, left elbow, this time push it through, fallen triangle, left arm lifts high. Maybe the right leg is also lifted. Reach, breathe, then take it down. The top arm comes down, gently untwist, right leg high, knee to nose, warrior 1 coming up. Moving on with our flow, moving open to warrior 2. Inhale, flip palms, take it down, side angle, right elbow, right knee. Stay or take a half bind. Rolling the top shoulder open to the sky. And then bind, meet top arm high, coming back, warrior 2. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, right hand plants, left leg lifts, feel free to use a block. Really flex the back foot, lift the leg higher, really open the body. Then with control, bend front knee, back, warrior 2. Triangle pose, Vinyasa triangle, straighten the front leg, bump the hips back, reach forward, right arm down, left arm high. Micro bend in the front knee. Then we'll take top arm down, right arm high, revolve your triangle. From here, top arm down, going to a pyramid pose. So step the back foot up a little. Feel free to give yourself width on the mat to square your hips. And we'll take the nose to the knee. Find compression here from your chin to your chest. Try to breathe through this compression. Jalandhara Bandha, one of the 3 locks in our yoga practice. Taking a moment for a self-assist. The right hip goes back, the left hip goes forward. Finding length here in the right leg. Then we'll take revolved half moon, left hand to the mat or a block, left leg lifts. The right arm could go to the side or maybe open all the way to the sky. Flex the back foot, lift the leg higher, but dial down the left hip. Breathe and hold, and forward fold, left foot meets right. Halfway lift, flat back, and plant the hands, take your flow. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Going through that on the other side. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow, shift forward, pause. Inhale, bring it high. Then cross the body, push it through, fallen triangle, right arm rises. Maybe the left foot stays lifted like heaven. And we'll bring the arm down. Gently untwist, left leg is high. Knee to nose, round spine, plant foot, warrior 1, inhale. Right away, opening to 2, strong arms. Knee open toward the pinky toe, flip palm, side angle or hatha triangle. Left elbow, left knee. Stay or take a half bind, top arm coming to the small of the back or left hip crease. Roll the top shoulder open to the sky. Then we'll take top arm high, back warrior 2. Half moon, left hand plants, mat or a block. Right leg lifts, flex the right foot, lift the leg high. Imagine your body's between two panes of glass. Breathe, reach. And with control, back to warrior two. Triangle pose, straighten the front leg, bump hips back, reach left arm forward, then down, right arm high. Revolve your triangle, so right arm down, left arm high. Going toward pyramid pose, top arm down. Move up the back foot. The back foot still 45 degrees and the front foot is facing forward. It's okay to bend the front knee a lot. Getting knee to nose, chin to chest compression. And we have our self-assist here, left hip back, right hip forward. Take a few breath cycles here. Revolved half moon, right hand to the mat or a block, right leg lifts, and the left arm could go to the side or to the sky. Flex the right foot, lift the leg at the same time as dialing down the right hip so we're squaring the hips. Breathe here and hold. Then forward fold, right foot meets left. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Plant the hands, take your flow. Meeting in downward facing dog. I'm gonna pause for a second because I don't know what time I started.
You have another 25 minutes.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay, so 6. So I'm good till 6:25. Okay. Oh, thank you, perfect. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees, gaze forward, step or hop, top of mat. Halfway lift and fold forward. Circle sweep, big breath. And we'll take hands heart center and by sides. Moving on to some Hatha standing series postures. We'll start with chair pose Utkatasana, stepping the right foot out about 6 inches. And the arms go forward, straight arms, fingers come together. Finding the weight in the heels. Take an inhale, core strong, belly to spine. Exhale, sit low, chair pose. Shift again, the weight to the heels. Play around with challenging your balance. So the fingers go forward as the booty goes back, the shoulders come back. Breathe here and hold. Go a little bit lower, keeping the weight in the heels. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And slowly stand, keeping the arms where they are. Next phase, heels rise, high up onto the balls of the feet. Knees bend. Imagine you're sitting against the back wall. Shoulders stay stacked over the hips. And see how low you can go. Maybe one day the thighs go parallel to the mat. Let's try to lift the right heel. Lift your left heel as high as they can go. Breathe here and hold. And we'll slowly come out. And heels fall. Last part of this pose. Heels rise about 1 or 2 inches. Knees in. And sit back the imaginary wall. Shoulders stay stacked over the hips. Going to your edge. Maybe that's high like me, or maybe you're going all the way down to your mat where the thighs are parallel to the mat. If you'd like to do so, you could take a few bounces here, your choice. Hold here and breathe, and then we'll slowly come out the way we came in. Knees go apart and heels fall, arms fall. Tadasana. Great job. Let's take a collective inhale, circle sweep. Hands heart center and by sides. We'll continue with eagle pose, Garudasana. Circle sweep, big breath. And right arm under the left or shoulder grab. Find your chair pose, sit low. And shift the weight left foot, identify the right. And it goes around the left. So maybe this looks like a kickstand, half bind, or full where you see the toes in the mirror. I'll show the modification. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze, sit really low. Another inhale. Stay and squeeze as tight as you can. Inhale, unwrap, unwind. Right into left arm under or shoulder grab. Find chair pose, sit low. Shift weight right foot, identify left, and wrap it around. Take your version of the pose. Take an inhale. Stay, sit low for the exhale. Another inhale. Exhale, squeeze tight, sit even lower. Inhale, unwrap, unwind. Right into the next set, right arm under. And take your version of the pose, chair pose, shift weight left foot, identify right, and maybe it goes higher this time. You could also work on getting the knees in line with your elbows, so knees go to the right. Staying here or taking sleeping eagle. For sleeping eagle, the forearms go toward the front of the room and hollow the belly, round the back, bringing the elbows down to the knees. And if you're staying high in your eagle, just squeeze really tight. Sleeping eagles rise, meeting eagles. Slow with control. Stay. Breathe. Inhale, unwrap. Right into the next side, left arm under or shoulder grab. Find chair pose. Shift weight right leg. Identify your left and wrap it around. Taking your full extension of the pose, maybe you go for sleeping eagle, lifting the elbows and going down. Hollow the belly, round the back, slow with control, all the way down. Breathe through it. Maybe the hands go toward the mat. Sleeping eagles rise. Staying here for a breath cycle. Breathe. Inhale, unwrap. Leading into Tadasana. Great job. We'll continue with a few more standing postures. We'll do Dandayamana Janushirasana, standing head to knee. So this pose goes in phases. Feel free to stop wherever it suits you today. So for now, we'll take our weight in the left leg. The right leg bends 90 degrees. Flex the right foot. This is a great place to stay. You're working on hip flexor strength, finding your Tadasana in this pose so our shoulders are back, core is strong and engaged, belly to spine. Stay here or 10 fingers, including thumbs, underneath the foot. If you have this full grab, then start to stand, take knee to shoulder. Stay here. This prepares you for kicking out, or kick the heel to the front of the room. Breathe and kick through your heel. Beautiful job. Standing strong on the left leg. And if you have the full kick up, work on getting the elbows to the shins, nose to knee. Beautiful job. Keeping the foot in line with the hip. And we'll slowly come out the way you came in. Landing into Tadasana. Beautiful. We'll take a big breath, circle sweep. Heart center. And hands by sides. Letting that side go. And going on to the next side. Shift weight to the right foot. And we'll bring left leg 90 degrees. Flex the left foot. If you're staying here, find your Tadasana. Again in this pose. Shoulders back, core strong, foot flexed. Stay or 10 fingers, including thumbs, under the sole of the foot. If you have the entire clasp, then knee comes to shoulder. Find stand. And then from here, kick the foot out. Really press through the heel. Great job. Great focus. Breathe. Bring the elbows to the shins, nose to knee. Breathe through it. Stand strong on your right leg. Big toe mound goes into the mat. And slowly, mindfully come out the way you came in. Landing into Tadasana. Circle sweep, big breath. Heart center. And by sides. We'll do standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana Dhanurasana. Big breath. Right elbow, right hip. Bend the right knee, reach around, grab inside of foot, bring knees to touch, flip the palm. Stay here, work on quad stretch, or inhale, reach with a strong core kick. Start kicking as hard as you can. The stronger you kick, the more stable you become. Maybe one day seeing the toes overhead if you had a mirror. Breathe and hold. Reach with the left hand toward the front of your room and kick into the backhand as hard as you can. Kick and reach for 3. Hold for 2. And 1, come out, windmilling the arm around. Setting up for the next side, circle sweep. Letting that side go right into it. Left elbow, left hip, bend left knee, reach around, grab inside of foot. Bring the knees back toward one another, flip the palm. Inhale, reach tall, strong core kick. Really kick as hard as you possibly can. That's where your stability is. Kick and reach. Reach forward and kick back. Maybe one day seeing the toes overhead. Reaching the arm forward, doesn't matter how far down you go. Hold for 3. Reach and kick for 2. And slowly come out. Awesome job. Windmilling the arm down. Maybe rolling the shoulders, letting that go. We'll do one more standing pose. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. So we'll meet at the back of our mats. And this pose, you could do a few different things with your hands. Hands on hips. You could do namaste, or traditionally hands are high. So your choice. I'll show it on the hips. Take a big step forward with the right foot. Point, lock, lift the left. Body comes down to a capital T. Really reach. If you're pointing the finger, reach to the front of the room. Point the toe to the back. Dial down the hip. Lift the leg. Hold. And step left foot back. Right foot meets left. Tadasana. And we'll go to the other side. So take your hand variation. I'll show high this time. The left leg, big step. Point, lock, lift the right. Body comes down to a capital T. Bring your chest parallel to the mat. Point the finger to the front of your room. Point the toe to the back. Reach in opposite directions. Inhale. Step the right foot back. Left foot meets right. Awesome. Maybe roll the shoulders here. And we'll take a collective breath. Inhale. Heart center. And hands down. And we'll complete our standing series with a tree pose. So you could be at the back of your mat or center. It's up to you. And we'll shift the weight to the left leg, and the right comes. You could do Vinyasa tree, so that would be kickstand, shin, or into the thigh. Or your Hatha tree, taking the heel high up into the hip, and the knee goes gently forward and down. You could bring one hand or both to heart center. And if you're in your Vinyasa tree like myself, really press into the thigh and press the thigh back to the foot. And Hatha trees, if you'd like to take toe stand, there's time to do that. You could also grow your tree branches. Taking time here in this standing meditation. You could challenge your balance, gazing toward the top of your room. And all meeting hands toward heart center and bringing the knee gently down. Switching that out, the weight shifts to the right foot and the left. Maybe it looks the same or maybe it looks different. Your Vinyasa tree or Hatha. Maybe starting one hand or both heart center, or growing your tree branches in any way you choose. Again, there's time for toe stand if that is in your practice. From here, you could challenge balance, gazing toward the ceiling. Toe stands can rise. And we'll all meet hands toward heart center, and the knee comes gently down. Tadasana pose. Circle sweep, big breath. heart center, and Tadasana, meeting toward the top of our mat. Let's take another big breath. Fill the lungs, baby back bend, and all the way down, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, just step back, high push-up hold, and we'll come down to forearm plank. Forearms number 11, gazing between the two arms. And we'll take our side plank from here. Right hand is your base, right side plank on your forearm. Left arm is high, core strong, belly to spine, lift hips, hold and breathe, and come back around. Find your forearm plank. Coming to the left side's your base, right arm high, hips high, and bringing it back around, forearm. Moving to dolphin pose, so that walk the toes toward the elbows, hips lift high, and we'll bring the right leg high, inhale. Hold here, breathe. Right leg comes down, left leg goes high. Hold here, breathe. And left leg down. Walk it back out, forearm push up. Hold for 3. Strong core for 2. And 1, lower all the way down. Left here could hit the mat. Arms go long by your sides. Finding rest here. Going through a few spine strengthening belly down postures. We'll start with cobra pose. So the nose hits the mat, bringing the hands by the low ribs. Tops of the feet are glued to the mat. Zip the legs together. Exhale your air. Inhale, chest lifts, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Right ear hits the mat, gazing left. Arms long by the sides. From here, we'll do full locust pose. So let's take our hands out like airplane wings. And we'll take our legs together, zip them together, tops of the feet glued to the mat, nose hits the mat. Exhale. Inhale, fly, arms and legs lift. Trying to get the thighs off the mat. Really reach, breathe, and bring it down. Exhale, left ear hits the mat, gazing right. Arms long by the sides. Taking 2 rounds of bow today. So we'll bend the knees, reach around, grab both feet, or I'll show one. If you'd like to do one, we'll bring our left hand parallel to the top of the mat. The right knee is bent. If you have both knees, bring the knees back toward one another. Exhale your air. Inhale, come up, go up, bow pose, Dhanurasana. Really kick into the hands. Shoulder points coming together. Breathe, inhale. And release. Right ear hits the mat, gaze left, arms long by the sides. Taking 1 more round of bow. Bend both knees, reach around, grab tops of feet, or the left knee with the right forearm parallel to the top of the mat. Exhale your air. Inhale, come up, bow pose. Breathe, reach, really kick firmly into the hands. Shoulder points come together. Try to lift the thighs off the mat. And exhale. Left ear hits the mat, gazing right. Arms long by the sides. Taking a moment here, that's our last belly down pose. So you could take windshield wiper, bending the knees, releasing the feet side to side. And we'll press up through a tabletop, coming toward a bridge pose. So we'll take our toes toward the front of the room, front of the mat, hips width distance, and we'll lie on our back. Arms long by the side, trying to find our ankles under our knees. Exhale the air. Inhale, press through the heels, hips lift, bridge pose. So for this pose, you could stay right where you are or take the hands underneath the body, clasp them together, roll the shoulders closer to one another. Breathe here. Try to make it about the quads. Relax your glutes. Lift the hips even higher. And then release your hands from under you and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. We have time for 1 more bridge or wheel pose. So bridges, You know where you're going. We'll take that same pose again, starting with arms long by the sides. Wheels, take the hands by the shoulders. Exhale the air. Inhale, bridge or wheel, rise. Really press through the heels if you're in bridge. Wheel, awesome, press the chest toward the back of your room. Maybe come to the toes. Bridge again, relax the glutes, make it about your quads. Breathe in, reach, hold, and come all the way down, tucking the neck gently. Supta Baddha Konasana, knees wide, soles of the feet to touch. You could take one hand on heart, one hand on the belly. Breathing here, letting go. Thanking your body for all it does for you each and every day, for making it to your mat today, sharing in this yoga practice. And we'll bring the knees together, and we'll give the knees a hug, grabbing opposite elbows, wrists, or fingertips. Maybe rock and rolling on the sacrum if that feels good. Then we'll take the legs straight up the wall, Viparita Karani. If you have a block or a pillow at home, you could place this underneath the hips. You could stay here as long as you'd like. It's a great pose to do in the evening for insomnia. You could even take your body over to a wall in your room and just sit there for as long as you like. But for now, we will open to happy baby. So our knees go wide, soles of the feet still to the sky. And you could grab for inner thighs, shins, or the soles of the feet, whatever you can grab a hold of. And staying still or rocking side to side, and really trying to prioritize the low back strong and firm into the mat. So your entire spine is down firm on the mat. From here, we'll take the knees back in, give them a hug. And we'll rock and roll a few times. And we'll come up toward our final stretching poses and spinal twisting. So we'll have our left heel in, right leg out. Flex the foot up to the sky, toes to the sky, circle sweep the arms. Square the body over the leg and come down over the leg. You could bend this right leg as much as you need. Trying to square the shoulders, our left shoulder coming down in line with the right. Each inhale, find length. And exhale, release any tension that you may be holding on to. Our chest rises. And the left hand plants behind the back like a kickstand. Feel for your long, straight back, right arm high. Trust your body, hips lift, press into the shin. And come down. We'll switch that out. Right heel in, left leg out. Flex the foot, circle sweep the arms, square the body over the leg and come down. You can square the shoulders here, bringing right shoulder down in line with the left. Making these final few poses be restorative, rejuvenating. And our chest rises, inhale. We'll take the right hand behind the back, left arm goes high, trust the body, lift hips, full body stretch. Taking it back down, this time both feet out front, lengthening the legs. You could walk out your hips, circle sweep the arms high, and coming down over the legs. You could forward fold or keep it active, pulling on the big toes. Taking a few breath cycles here. Then we'll inhale, rise the chest, and we'll take our final spinal twisting. So our right leg goes over. You could have the left leg straight with the left foot flexed, or the left knee could bend, your choice. The right hand is your kickstand behind the back. Feel for the long, straight spine first, then left hand rises, twisting right. Breathing here. And we'll come out of that. You could take a counter twist if you like. And switching the legs. Left leg over, keeping the right leg straight, foot is flexed or bent, your choice. This time, left hand is your kickstand. Right arm goes high, long spine first, then twist left. Coming out of that, you could take a counter twist and release that. And find your way to your final Shavasana. The legs go out long, the arms can go long. Just really thanking your body for all it does for you every day, for making it to the mat, sharing your energy with us and this community. Thank you so much for letting me guide you in this fusion practice. My name is Kalie with Get Hot Yoga. Stay as long as you like in your final Shavasana. Namaste.